Hands on your knees, in front of your belly, whatever feels comfortable for you. Finding a moment, connecting with your breath, connecting with your sensations, bringing your energy in, like you're gathering all what is outside. All what we do constantly is being observing outside. So bringing this energy in, as if you can gather all this out in our time, specifically when there is a bit of a high tension, a globally concern. We have this tendency to be out, and we are afraid to coming in. As well, there is this idea of when we are in, we are egoistic or shutting down. And maybe you can experience it is the other way around. The more you're connecting with self, the more you're feeling and able to sense yourself, your own state of being. The more you are able to feel what is around you, the more you are able to connect with your surrounding. Mind will tell you, oh, blah, blah, blah. Mind will tell you, I'm not interested in it. Maybe you want to question why you practice yoga. What is your intention? And if you want or if you don't want, you're getting more sensitive. While you're practicing with awareness, with consciousness. You can take it as a fitness, and you can take it as a self-inquiry. It's up to you. So letting your breath be natural. And bringing a tiny bit more coming in. And feeling, the more you're coming in, the more you are able to feel all what is around you. This constant need of comparing, analyzing, judging. Let it rest. Experience being. Can you dare to coming in a tiny bit more? Can you dare trusting yourself, your being? There is the right response living in you to every little moment. And gently and slowly start bringing awareness to your breath, letting your belly growing forward, filling your belly, filling your chest, feeling the backside, your kidneys, behind your heart. With your exhaling, bringing your belly gently in, lift it up internally towards your spine and up towards your heart. Feeling this 3 dimension of your being. Inhaling, your belly button 2 or 3 centimeters below. It's filling up your chest, your ribs. With your exhaling, without losing your length of your spine, bring your belly in and gently lift it up towards your heart. Inhaling for 2, 3, 4, 5, holding. From your belly, sucking your belly in with your exhaling for 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing your concentration with your pranayama. Feeling your natural breath, nostril breathing, lips gently closed, interlacing your fingers in front of your belly, rounding your spine and lifting your arms over your head with your inhaling. Exhaling, turning to your left side, gaze under your left armpit. Inhaling back into your neutral. Exhaling towards your right side, gaze right up. Inhaling back in your neutral. One more time. Exhaling left side. Inhaling back neutral. Exhaling. Inhaling back into your neutral, bringing your hands on the back of your skull, closing your elbows, chin meeting your sternum, giving yourself a gentle waking up in your neck. Inhaling, bringing your weight away, opening your elbows, and with your elbows on your side, releasing your shoulders, turning to your right side with your exhaling. Inhaling back in your neutral, exhaling to your left side. Inhaling back neutral, exhaling right. Inhaling neutral, exhaling left. Inhaling in your neutral, releasing your arms, reaching forward from your hands, finding yourself kneeling, your knees together. You can make a nice little cushion from your mat when you need, or when you have difficulties in your knee, taking a blanket, a block, and I can bring you some that you can sit on your block. If you have difficulties with your knee, using a block and sit on a block if you would like. If you don't want to sit like this, stay cross-legged, whatever feels more comfortable for you. It's a nice stretch for our ankles and it's waking up our thighs. Loads of stored energies are sitting here, bringing your arms on your side. We want to take a really nice and funky breath and movement. So you want to making your hands really very strong. You know it. It's from Vidya in the Kundalini practice. We want to cleanse and clear our 7th chakra. So do you want to find a bit more liberating this constant pressure we have on thinking, on mind. So you want to stay, and with your exhaling, you want to bring one hand in front. You inhaling, opening up, exhaling your other hand in front, as if you can clear really your breath. Exhaling, you're crossing, inhaling, and you're changing the hands. So one hand comes in front, the other hand comes in front. And then you start speeding up and speeding up with your breath. It is related to the fire breath, Kalapati, like inhaling up, like Inhaling, lengthening your arms. Exhaling, bringing your arms on your side, lifting your shoulders, rolling forward. Exhaling, back and down, forward. Exhaling, exhaling, one more. Exhaling, bringing your arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head. You want to take one more round. The beauty is on fire breath, you need to give up. When you start thinking, you can't do it. It is letting your body really respond. You're breathing and one hand forward, one hand back without any of the thinking. So you start in. Inhaling, arms lengthening. Exhaling, releasing your arms, lifting your shoulders, roll them forward, back and down. One more time. Exhaling. Is this cold? Yeah, I can closing. Just keep on doing. I come. Interlacing your fingers, opening your palms of your hands, rolling back your shoulders. Opening your palms of your hands, spreading your fingers. I'm just leaving for a moment. I need to close the doors. People in cyberspace, when you wonder I'm leaving, breathe. Opening your palms of your hands. Shoulders rolling down. Katya, see that you do not fall into your lower back. Leaning back a tiny bit, rolling back your shoulders. Bringing your belly in. Releasing your shoulders. Inhaling, arms over your head. Maybe you need to stay with your arms a tiny bit forward to not compensate in your chest, falling into your lower back. So you want to bring your chest, your belly, breathe, releasing the shoulders. Finding a bit of a movement in your head, releasing your neck, and gazing towards your fingers and towards your belly button. Opening your fingers, reaching around, finding your hands, opening your chest. Now you want to find a tiny bit of a back bending. Exhaling, hinging forward, belly meets your thighs, forehead meeting the floor, arms over your breath, squeezing your hands together. Breath. Inhaling, pushing your arms and coming back into your kneeling, hands opening, lifting your shoulders with your inhaling, letting them sinking down like that weight with your exhaling. Like, inhaling and inhaling and find the no, and the sound in your throat, like liberating your root in your tongue, back into your neutral, arms on your side. Sweep your arms over your head, gaze in line with your fingers, pushing with your seat, belly meets your thighs, lengthening. Inhaling, planting your hand in your cat, curling your toes, downward facing dog, paddling your feet, spreading your fingers wide. Katrin, spreading your fingers, middle finger in your center, rolling back your shoulders. Breath, finding movement, opening up. Breath. Inhaling, coming onto your knees, flow in your child pose. Hands meeting your toes, forehead touches the floor, rounding the spine. Can you stay in, listening from deep inside? You will understand all what there is. Mind will disturb your breath, will disturb your trust in doubting, in analyzing, in judging. I don't like, what is this all about? Why is she talking like this? Tucking your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, back in your kneeling, shoulders rolling back and down. And you want to interlacing your fingers, and this time you're swapping your interlace. So you do it naturally, and then you bring your other finger in front, opening your palms of your hands, rolling back your shoulders. See, do you fall? It's just a gentle movement. Do you fall into your lower back? Bringing your belly in. So you want to find your belly coming in, lifting up, a gentle movement in your Mula Bandha. Shoulders over your hips. Arms over your head. Maybe you stay a tiny bit in front of your ears when your shoulders are tight. Avoid compensating, falling into your lower back. Shoulders releasing. And imagine somebody is holding your hands in your center, and you start liberating in between your hips and your shoulders. Your torso is becoming a bottle, and you want to shake it around like a milkshake. Gently coming back into your neutral, opening your arms, interlacing your fingers, pushing with your hands, opening your chest, folding forward. Forehead meets the floor. Arms over your head. Breath. Inhaling, pushing your arms, coming back in your kneeling, releasing your interlace, lifting your shoulders with your inhaling, like that wave, letting it dropping down, like, inhaling, inhaling, and no. Coming back in your neutral, arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head. Exhaling, reaching forward, planting your hands in your cat, curling your toes in your downward facing dog, paddling with feet, walking your feet, spreading your fingers wide. Stepping your feet together, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling, stay squared with your hips. And then you want to push with your leg very long, your toes, your right toes towards your left side. Your leg stays long. You don't bend your knee, Barbara. Your leg stays long. Pressing with your feet. Breathe. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral. Exhaling, bending your knees, stepping your right foot between your hands, releasing your knee, releasing your toes, lengthening your front leg. Stay with your fingertips. Maybe you need to come higher. So you want to pressing your foot into the floor, shooting back from your hips, releasing your neck. Inhaling, bending your front knee, gazing forward, curling your back toes under and lengthening both of your legs with your exhaling. Inhaling, bending your front knee, gazing forward, exhaling, lengthening both of your legs. Keep on moving. Inhaling, your step is a bit short, exactly, Sarah. Exhaling, both legs. Inhaling, bending knee, exhaling, and try to stay with your foot on the floor. Katya, raise your front foot. Inhaling, bending, exhaling, stay with your foot. Inhaling, bending, it's another stretch. Exhaling, both feet. One more time. Inhaling, bending. Exhaling. One more time, last time, inhaling, bending, exhaling. You want to stay here, releasing your hands. Maybe your hands can walking towards your back toes, your back side of your hands coming towards the floor. Inhaling, bending your knees, planting your hands, stepping back, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling, staying square with your hips, and then pushing with your right toes towards your left side. You want to opening and lengthening. So you don't bend your knee, that's another opening. You want to lengthening your side, inhaling, coming back in your neutral, bending your knee towards your chest, reaching with your right foot under your left, planting your hand onto the floor, lifting your left arm, flipping open, breathe. Der Fuß, genau, bring ein bisschen mehr hier hin. Genau, und dann den Arm aufnehmen und lass dich richtig schön aufflippen. Wunderbar, breathe. Katrin, when you step your foot a bit more towards the side, this is it, you're flipping open easier. And you always can releasing your knees. Sorry, you're staying here longer. Exhaling, planting your hand back onto the floor, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling. Exhaling, releasing your right foot, coming into your high plank with your inhaling. Exhaling, opening your shoulders, rolling back and releasing your belly button, pubic bone, pushing with your heels. Opening your front side, exhaling, swinging back in your downward facing dog. Inhaling in your high plank, opening shoulders, pushing with your heels. Your whole front side is opening up. Exhaling, lifting up. One more time, inhaling, opening shoulders, pushing your heels. And lowering down, belly button, pubic bone, exhaling, stepping your feet together, lifting your left leg, staying square with your hips. And then you're pushing from your left toes towards your right side, pressing both hands into the floor. Breathe. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, bending your knees, stepping your left foot between your hands, releasing your right knee, your right toes, lengthening your leg, pushing with your hips, releasing your neck, feeling this stretch on your IT band and in the backside, your hamstrings, using your blocks when you need, or come on your fingertips. Inhaling, bending your front knee, curling your back toes under, lifting your seat, lengthening both of your legs. Keep on working, you're bending your front knee, gazing forward. Exhale. Inhaling, bending your knee, gazing forward, rolling back your shoulders. Exhaling, legs. Inhaling, bending, gazing forward, pushing with your heel, lifting your knee. Exhaling. Inhaling, bending. Making sure you do not lift your heel. Bring your foot a tiny bit more further. Yes. Exhaling, thanks. Keep on moving. Inhale. Bending your knees, you're inhaling. And your last time. Exhaling. Stay. Both legs nice and long. Maybe you can walk your hands towards your right toes and bring the backside of your hands towards the floor. Your neck grows long. Your breath is deep, steady, strong. Inhaling, bending your front knee, planting your hands, swinging your left leg back, bending your knee, reach with your left foot under your right, towards your right side. The further you take the step, the easier it is for you to flipping open. Opening your chest, both legs long. One more deep, 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 deep inhaling. Exhaling, planting your hand back onto the floor, lifting your left leg back towards the ceiling, planting your foot onto the floor in your downward facing dog. Inhaling, high plank, opening shoulders. You want to activating your heels, opening. And swinging back in your downward facing dog. Inhaling, high plank, opening shoulders, big, 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 big breath. And with your exhaling, opening your mouth and two more times. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, walking your feet between your hands, stepping them together, releasing in your ragdoll, hugging your elbows, swinging your elbows from one side to the other side. Stay bent in your knees. Breath. Kate, see, maybe you can folding forward a tiny bit, that you're lifting more. You see, this is it. Breathe. And you're releasing your arms, stepping your feet together, turning your toes 45 degrees towards your left side. So your toes facing the edge of your mat, bending your knees, planting your right hand under your right shoulder and lifting your left arm towards the ceiling. It's a bit of a wobbly business here. So you want to bring your hand on the back of your skull, or if it's available, you can reach towards the ceiling, releasing your knees towards the floor. So you want to opening, stretching out your front side. Breathe. I know it's wobbly. Breathe. It's a wobbly business here. Inhaling, coming back with your hand, planting your hands, turning your knees in your center, and then you're turning your toes and your knees 45 degrees, that your knees meeting, facing the outer edge. Planting your left hand next under your shoulder, next to your hips, releasing your knees towards the floor. So you want to opening up, you don't release them completely down. So you want to releasing them towards the floor, and when it's available, you're opening your right shoulder, bring your hand on the back of your skull. And maybe there is space and you can reach with your arm towards the ceiling. Can you feel this opening in your front side? One more inhaling. Exhaling gently, calming back down. Planting your hands in front of you, your fingertips onto the floor. One more nice little energizing dynamic from the Kundalini practice. So you're pressing your fingertips into the floor. You're inhaling, opening your chest, releasing your shoulders a tiny bit. With your exhaling, you're lifting your seat. Stay on the tips of your toes, releasing yourself forward. It's a bit of a challenge for your knees. So maybe, Katja, you want to take it really very gentle. Inhaling, stay on the tips of your toes. You're gazing forward. Exhaling, lifting up. Inhaling, bending, and you can speeding up. Exhaling, inhaling, guys. Exhaling, like. Come on, one more time. And your next time, you want to releasing your heels, hugging your elbows, and in your ragdoll, energizing, warming up. Releasing your arms, tucking your tailbone in, softening in your knees, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, your shoulders, back and down, arms on your side, closing your eyes for a moment. Tadasana, strong like a mountain. Whatever there is, shakiness, challenges, maybe no answers right now. You are strong like a mountain. Breathe. Inhaling, sweep your arms over your head with your inhaling. Exhaling, folding forward. Bending your knees, stepping your right foot back, long runner's lunge, inhaling, gazing forward, exhaling, stepping back, downward facing dog, inhaling in your high plank, exhaling, releasing knees, toes, chin, chest, meeting the floor, sneaking in your mini cobra, staying here for a moment, breathe, pulling your hands towards your heart, 10 toes pressing into the floor, lifting your chest, a long spine. Bending your, curling your toes under, lifting your heart, finding your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together. Lengthening your spine. Lifting your right leg towards the ceiling, inhaling, exhaling, stepping your right foot between your hands, long runner's lunge. First, you want to opening, exhaling, step halfway, coming up, folding forward with your exhaling. Long legs, long spine. You want to guiding from your strong legs, from your heart. Arms, bring your prayer in your Tadasana, closing your eyes. Inhaling, sweep your arms over your head. Exhaling, folding forward. Bending your knees, stepping your left foot back, long runner's lunge, pushing with your heel, inhaling. Exhale, Asanas, bring your foot really under your knee. This is it, inhaling, stepping back, downward facing dog, inhaling in your high plank, Exhaling, releasing knees, releasing toes, chin, chest, meeting the floor, glue your elbows. But Katrin, bring your elbows even a tiny bit closer. Inhaling halfway. Curling your toes in your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, lifting your left leg towards the ceiling, inhaling, exhaling, stepping your left foot, long runners lunge, inhaling, exhaling, both feet coming halfway, folding, Uttanasana, standing, making sure your feet pressing, your legs active, your heart guiding you up. Flowing with your hands, prayer, Tadasana. Breath. With crescent moon lunge, inhaling, sweep, exhaling, folding forward, stepping your right, releasing your knee, releasing your toes. You always can fold your mat from the side. Inhaling, lifting your arms, exhaling, opening your arms, kissing this universe, interlacing your fingers, pushing with your hands, stay or bending your knee, grabbing with your hand, your ankle, flexing your foot. Exhaling, releasing your hands, curling your back toes, stepping back in your high plank. Stay in your high plank, choose Chaturanga Dandasana or any variation. Child pose is always available when you need to rest, when you need to slow down. Exhaling, lifting your seat downward, facing dog, spreading your fingers wide. Breathe, rolling back your shoulders. Inhaling with your nose, exhaling with the side. Inhaling with your nose, exhaling. Inhaling with your nose, exhaling. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, stepping, walking forward. Inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward. Uttanasana. Inhaling, long legs, long spine. Your heart is guiding you up. Exhaling, bringing your prayer in front of your chest. Tadasana. Inhaling, sweep your arms. Your left side want to start. Folding forward, really diving forward. Bending your knees, stepping your left foot back. First, you want to open in long runner's lunge. Then you release your knee, your toes. When you know you have a sensitive knee, you can fold your mat. Inhaling, crescent moon lunge. Do not use a blanket, Katja. It's better you fold your knee, or I give you a second mat. You fold, yeah. Inhaling, crescent moon lunge. I bring you a mat. Opening your arms towards your side. Do the same. Interlacing your fingers in your back. Pushing with your hands. Sorry, cyberspace, I'm leaving you. And maybe you can bending your knee. And you're grabbing with your hand. You can take 2 mats. This is a bit softer. Blanket is very fluffy. And it's difficult for a joint to stay under a fluffy ground. Releasing your bending, curling your back toes under, finding back in your high plank. Stay in your high plank. Choose Chaturanga Dandasana, knees, chin, chest. You always can choose child pose, or you already come in your downward facing dog. And Sina, when you're coming up like this, you're putting a lot of pressure on your shoulders. So you want to coming down. Maybe you need to release your knees for a moment, and then you're coming down, and from here you're reaching forward from your heart. So you stay, this is it, spreading your fingers. Katrin, try to bring your elbows a tiny bit closer. Yeah, Yeah. Exhaling, find your downward facing dog, shaking your head, making some funky faces, squeezing this face, letting your tongue coming out, becoming a lion, roaring one more time. Wonderful. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, stepping forward. Inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward with your exhaling. One breath in your standing, inhaling. Exhaling, bringing your prayer. Stay for a moment, closing your eyes. Feeling your roots in your feet and feeling your lightness in your head. Sweaty, heart beating, releasing your arms, warrior flow. Inhaling, sweep your arms over your head, folding forward, stepping your right foot back, open it 45 degrees, reaching forward from your right arm, windmill your arm back, left arm over your left knee. So your right hip is opening, being soft with your arms, letting your arms become the wings from an eagle, softening in your shoulders, softening in your fingers. Reversed warrior, front palm of your hand flipping open, reaching with your arm over, stay bending your knee. Breath, gazing over your shoulder, seeing your back foot. Inhaling, coming back, releasing your elbow, reach with your left arm, with your right arm over your head. Pinky finger, wanna turn. Pinky, small, turn towards the floor. Katrin, pinky, yes. Breathe. You can stay here, or if you have a bit more space, lowering down your hand towards the inside. Breathe. Side ankle, inhaling, reaching back from your upper arm, coming back in your second warrior, windmill, your arm forward, take your toes with you, long runner's lunge, stepping back in your high plank. Choose any variation. Please take your breath. And Katja, when you come down, try a tiny bit more, pulling your elbows towards your chest. This is it, beautiful. Inhaling, reaching. Exhaling in your downward facing dog, Sina, opening your fingers. Rolling back your shoulders, let yourself roar. One more time, 2, 3 times, like, bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, stepping forward, inhaling, coming halfway. You're lengthening your legs, lengthening your spine, creating space in your inner groins, folding forward. Uttanasana, surrender. Inhaling in your standing, exhaling, bring your prayer. Stay here for 2 breaths. Tadasana, mountain. Left side wanna work, inhaling your arms. Exhaling, folding forward, long legs, long spine, diving. Left foot 45 degrees, left arm reaches forward. When you windmill back, you wanna opening your hip, reaching with your right. And one more time, really letting your arms swinging, bring your belly tiny bit and activating your Mula Bandha. pushing your back hip backwards. Releasing shoulder, beautiful. Breathe. Breath. Softening, feeling this touch of this air. No stiffness needed. Breath. As you can fly very high. Reversed warrior, front hand flipping open. Exhaling. Gaze over your left shoulder. Seeing your left foot. Breathe. Inhaling back in your second warrior. Releasing your elbow. Reach with your left arm over your head. Breathe. Pressing your back foot into the floor. Your back eight. The side of your foot, lifting your inner arches. Raise better. Maybe you want to release your hand from the inside. Beautiful. Pinky finger turning towards the floor. Der kleine Finger, pinky finger. Yeah. Breath. 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 Inhaling, windmill, your arms back, come back in your second warrior, bending your knee even a tiny bit more, and your windmill, taking your toes, stepping back in your high plank, stay in your high plank, shoes, Chaturanga Dandasana, knees, chin, chest, any variation, breathe. Exhaling, spreading these fingers, rolling back your shoulders. Shoulders back, Katja. Exhale. Lengthening your neck. Petro, letting your neck growing longer. This is breathe. Balancing your breath. Same amount of time with your inhaling as you're exhaling, like we've done in the pranayama. Taking your own counting. Bending your knees towards your chest, gazing forward, hopping, stepping, walking, inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward with your exhaling. One breath in your standing. Exhaling, bringing your prayer in front of your chest. Trikonasana, planting your hands. Inhaling, lifting your left knee, reaching back from your left foot. Open it 45 degrees, lengthening both of your legs, arms opening up, reaching forward from your hands, and you're lowering down, lifting your arm. It doesn't matter how far you come. Breathe. Back foot pressing into the floor, outer edge, lifting your inner arch. Breathe. Reaching with your left arm over your head, liberating your right, as if you want to hug somebody in front of you, reaching forward with both of your arms. Breathe. Inhaling, releasing, opening your arms, planting your left hand on your left hip, your right hand on your right hip. Shortening your step a tiny bit. You want to come in your twisted triangle. Just only 2-3 centimeters, and bringing your toes facing front. So you want to squaring your hips, lengthening forward, and then you're turning your torso towards your left side, right, left hand inside, towards your right side, sorry. Your left hand inside, on top or on the outside of your right foot. First, you want to opening your torso before you're pulling on your arm. Breathe. You always can take a block. Breathe. This is beautiful, Barbara. Opening your chest even a tiny bit more. A bit more towards the, yes. Breathe. Pressing your back foot, gaining strength from your back foot. Breathe. Inhaling. And with your next exhaling, releasing, bending your front knee, framing your front foot, gazing forward, stepping back, finding down dog, high plank, whatever variation you want to take. Chaturanga Dandasana, knees, chin, chest, stay in your down dog, always available, child pose. Breathe. Stepping your feet together. Balancing your breath. Taking the same amount of time. Inhaling as you're exhaling. Harmonizing your nervous system. Oh, sorry. Bit of an allergy. Breathe. People in child pose, maybe you want to join in your downward facing dog. Breathe, bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, stepping, walking forward. Inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward with your exhaling. One breath, standing, bring your prayer. Tadasana. Finding your flow, finding your breath. There are so many ways you can enter Trikonasana. Normally I like to do it in a flow. Today we do it with the traditional way. So you're bringing your hands on your hips, lifting your right knee, reaching back from your right foot, planting it 45 degrees, opening. Arms on your side, reaching forward from your left arm, creating space in your inner groins and making sure your spine is long. Stacking your shoulders. Breathe. Breathe. Kate, see that you do not pull on your shoulder. Bring your hand maybe on your hip. Or this is it. Do not let your head. And Regine, maybe you can leaning back a tiny bit more. Leaning back. This is it. Breathe. Reach with your upper arm over your head and hugging somebody in front of you. So you want to reach in with both of your arms. You need to gain a bit more strength in your core. Inhaling, opening up. Exhaling, bring your hand on your hip, shortening your step only 2-3 centimeters. And you wanna squaring your hips, squaring your shoulders. So first you wanna lengthening both of your legs, creating space in your inner groins. Then you're turning towards your left side, right hand inside, on top, or on the outside. First helping you to opening your chest, and then you open your arm when this is available. Breathe. Breathe. You don't need to open your arm. Exactly, stay with your hand. Maybe you have more awareness that you really can twisting from deep down. Breathe. This is it, beautiful. Breathe. Breathe. One more deep inhale. Yeah, Barbara, opening your chest. Pressing with your hand, and you can open your chest again. Breathe. Yes, lengthening your hand. Breathe. One more inhaling. Exhaling, releasing, framing your front foot with your hands, bending your knee, long runners lunge, stepping back in your downward facing dog. Breathe. Taking one more vinyasa of your choice. Stay down dog, find child pose, pace your energy. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, stepping forward. Inhaling halfway, folding forward with your exhale. One breath, standing. Exhaling, bringing your prayer. Hands on your knees, balancing in your dancer, lifting your right knee, grabbing with your right hand, your right ankle, both knees meeting, flexing your foot, left arm over your head, index finger and thumb wanna meet. You can stay here, working your balance, or you're pushing your shin bone away so your heel is far away, softening your standing knee, and you're reaching forward from your chest. Breath, finding your balance. Breathe. 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 One more deep inhaling. Inhaling, coming back in your neutral, letting your knees swinging forward, lifting this knee, bringing your hands under your knee and lengthening your leg, stretching out this neck. Exhaling, release, lifting your left knee, left hand grabbing your left ankle, making sure your knees are closed, flexing your foot, right arm. Please stay here when you feel this is good enough, softening your standing foot, making sure your knee doesn't flow to the side. You want to stay. This part is stretching out. Do not allow your hip to open here. Bring your knee a tiny bit more towards the floor, Katja. Yes, beautiful. Breathe. Breathe. Rooting down from your standing foot, lengthening your spine, Papa. One more deep inhaling. Exhaling, coming back in your standing, letting your knee floating forward, lifting it up. Hands under your knee, and you want to stretching out your leg. Planting your foot, arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head, folding forward with your exhaling, Utkatasana, bending your knees, arms, inhaling, tucking your tailbone, Mula Bandha, active. Breath. Bringing your prayer in front of your chest, turning towards your left side. You can stay here or you're lowering down your right elbow, both hands in front of your chest. You can open your arms like wings. Breathe, bending your knees a tiny bit more. Breathe. Breathe. Inhaling back with your hands in your center, lengthening your legs, lengthening your arms, really reach. Exhaling, folding, bending your knees, Utkatasana. Inhaling, shoulders rolling back and down, tucking your tailbone in, bending your knees, breathe. Inhaling, bringing your prayer in front of your chest, turning to your right side. Please stay like this, or you're lowering down, lowering your seat, and you're opening your arms like wings. There, your breath. Inhaling, coming back in your neutral, both legs lengthening, both arms reach, folding forward. Exhaling, bending your knees, balancing on your toes, lowering down. Come onto your heels, meeting your seat, index finger and thumb wanna meet. And gently releasing. I would like to use a wall. I see every one of you in cyberspace are in a room as well. Could you find a wall and just see for one moment? I'm demo. We want to take the L shape, which is a beautiful preparation for all inversions. So in the room, just go quickly, finding a wall. If you like, take your mat with you. If you don't want to take your mat, we don't stay there for long. It's really just for a moment. Cyberspace and here in the room, let's really just observe for a moment. So you want to find the wall. You're sitting down and you're finding your bum is really next to the wall. Your arms, your spine is long, and you remember where your heels are. This is the distance you want to place your hands. So you remember, here are my heels, and then you're turning around. Where your heels has been comes the root of your hands. So where your wrist is, you're planting your hands, coming into your downward facing dog. And from here, you want to walking up the wall. So you want to find an L shape. You're pressing your feet, you're pressing your hands, you're releasing your neck. It's nicer when you have a partner. COVID times, we can't partner up. So we try to do it just for our own. So please find this pose for a moment. Hands under your shoulders. So you want to bring where your heels has been, your wrists. This is it. Breathe. It's a beautiful preparation for inversions. I know. Katja, don't go too far away with your hands. Come a tiny. I know you feel you're falling. There. Stay pressing. Don't walk your feet too high. Katrin, come with your feet lower. Lower down, lower down, lower down your feet. Doch, doch, doch. Nee, 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 das geht. Taking one more moment. Darf ich dich anfassen, Katja? Drück gegen meine Füße, drück gegen meine Füße, drück gegen meine Füße, mehr, drück gegen meine Füße, drück gegen meine Füße. Das ist es, geht. Ha? Ich lasse dich nicht los. Und komm langsam wieder runter. That's the way. It's going. So let's come into your child pose when you have done it. Softening forward, child pose, releasing. L shape is a wonderful preparation for all inversions, and specifically for people, for women with a bit more coming into our aging times. Osteoporosis becomes an issue. It is a wonderful exercise. You help your bones getting nourished with blood flow. It's been said. Who knows who can prove this? Tucking your tailbones in, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra. Pedro, it's good for men as well, I trust. Sitting on your side, swinging your legs around and planting your feet, shuffling forward. You can stay where you are, doesn't matter. Shuffling forward, elbows next to your body, bending your knees, stepping your feet hip width apart, reaching forward, and you're taking 5 steps to coming down, releasing, inhaling, lifting yourself up. Exhaling, rounding down. Inhaling, lifting up. Every time you're lowering down, a tiny bit more. Shoulders meeting. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, rolling down. Arms over your head, lengthening your legs, and you want to coming back Start with your top of your head, your fingertips. Inhaling, lengthening, Paschimottanasana, folding forward, staying here for a moment. Remember, you always can bending your knees when you need. Inhaling, gazing forward, arms reaching forward, and you want to lowering down. Arms over your head, giving yourself a sweet, nice, playful stretching. Bending your knees towards your chest, hugging your knees, squeezing yourself, making yourself super nice, soft and small. Planting your feet, hips apart, arms next to your body. Finding a sweet little breath here. So you're rooting down from your feet, lifting your hips, bringing your chin towards your sternum, your neck stays long. Exhaling, lowering down, vertebra for vertebra, Shavasana, letting your legs growing long out of your hips, your arms next to your body, closing your eyes. Maybe you need to grab a blanket or a sweater. It's cold here in Portugal. You can't imagine in your Germany heat or Sweden, wherever you are. Releasing any tension in your toes, in your calf muscle, in your knees, your thighs, your hips. Your breath natural. Do you remember the way you started? Can you bring awareness? Can it come in? Softening your muscles, your bones growing up. And letting go even a tiny bit more. There's a beautiful poem from Araya Mountain Dreamer. It is called The Call. I have heard it all my life, a voice calling a name I recognized as my own. Sometimes it comes as a soft-bellied whisper. Sometimes it holds an edge of urgency. But always it says, "Wake up, my love. You are walking asleep. There is no safety in that. Remember what you are and let this knowing take you home to the beloved with every breath. Hold tenderly who you are and let a deeper knowing color the shape of your humanness. There is nowhere to go. What you are looking for is right here. Open the fist clenched in wanting and see what you already hold in your hand. There is no waiting for something to happen, no point in the future to get to. All you have ever longed for is here, dear, in this moment, right now. You are wearing yourself out with all this searching. Come home and rest. How much longer can you live like this? Your hungry spirit is gone. Your heart stumbles. All this trying, give it up. Let yourself be one of the God-made, faithful only to the beauty you are. Let the lover pull you to your feet and hold you close, dancing, even when fear urges you to sit this one out. Remember, there is one word you are here to say with your whole being. When it finds you, give your life to it. Don't be tight-lipped and stingy. Spend yourself completely on the same. Be one word in this great love poem we are writing together. And gently and slowly reconnecting with your breath. Letting your breath being fuller and stronger. And feel this movement in your toes, in your fingers. Letting them start to play, to wiggle around. Maybe you want to take a huge big inhale and bring your arms over your head, giving yourself one more sweet little stretch. And when you feel ready, folding in your knees and flow to your right side. And when you feel ready, finding your left hand in front of your chest, press yourself up, find a comfortable seat, planting your hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your chest, closing your eyes. And feeling how this right hand touches your left and your left hand touches your right, like infinite meets finite and finite meets infinite in your being. And to finish and seal this practice, let's finish with 3 deep, long sounding Oms, starting all together with the first one. And then you follow your own pace, you follow your own breath. No worry when nobody is chanting with you. There are many, many people at this moment in the whole world connecting with this universal sound of Om. So we are chanting with the universe. We are chanting with people in cyberspace. So, Thank you for practicing yoga with me this morning. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.
Okay.
Petro, Katja, Regine, Mama and Papa. Thank you.